Yo, what's up guys? Matty here from dclblogger.com. So the 26th of November, here is a very cool couple of features that I'm going to be going through, deep diving into. Now, Jimmy from Avastars, he mentioned this, which I thought was pretty cool. So Discord roles allocated based on NFT ownership. So it seems like, and I haven't played around with the bot or like how this works myself, because one, I don't have any Avastars, but it looks like you can hook the bot up to your wallet and it'll pick up whether you have one Avastar in this range or 25 Avastars and give you a your role allocation based on that wallet activity. So you're either an owl or an Avastar whale. I haven't checked into it, but I just thought it was very cool that you could hook Discord up to the NFTs or your wallet, it seems so, and you can do some sort of verification check that way. NFTs as identity, I think, is going to be a big deal because it's on blockchain, so you can basically connect it up to wherever you go, and it makes sense to walk across virtual worlds like Decentraland or CryptoVoxels, and that picks up what's in your wallet. But if you can take it to places like Discord, and suddenly roles can be allocated to that, maybe special access based on different channels, all of that can seems like you can start to do that with NFTs. So NFTs, on the front end, yes, there are like an image, a 3D video, something that like a UI will give value to, but on the back end, it's just so much more. And this is kind of a show of how that is possible. So I thought that was pretty cool. Now, I did a deep dive into Splinterlands on the NFT Investors Hub Discord. So if you don't know, if you go to my Twitter, you will be able to see. If you go to my Twitter, you'll be able to see this, right? So normally there we do NFT game reviews or project reviews on like what's going on. And I thought this was really cool. So the lead reached out to me and told me a bit about Splinterlands. Now Splinterlands, I'm going through this because I'm not going through this from an analytical perspective or whether it's a good investment or not. So that's your judgment to make. But I just think in terms of user activity and what it is and what it's achieved in the last 2 to 3 years, being on a non-ETH chain. So this is not on Ethereum, this is actually on the Hive blockchain. If I understand correctly, Hive is a fork of Steam, and I think things were a bit up and down in that community when Justin Sun kind of took over Steam, made it part of the Tron network or whatever he did in that area. And I think through that, the Hive blockchain was born, and then this is a project that was initially on Steam and now is on the Hive blockchain. I hope I got that right. But basically, super impressed because it's been doing like hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of volume per month. Pretty good secondary volume. But it's also like a game that's existed for 2 years now. I think mid 2018, it's been building and development. So you can see there's guilds, members playing, there's like different events that they have. It's not like an idea that's, that they're kind of running a pre-sale or anything to launch something later on. It's kind of like a full-on game that's seems, and this is the gameplay. So it's like an it's an auto battler. So it's kind of like more of a strategic game. I don't think it's tactical one where it's like one game, you make your move and they make your move. So you kind of like, if I understand correctly, you get randomized mana that you can play for that game, and then you can select the cards that you want to play, and then it automatically plays the game for you. So yeah, it kind of automatically allocates and plays the game for you based on them. So see, round 1, it's kind of counting it. Round 2, it's kind of making its move automatically. Very, very polished, very, very nice. But a lot of these transactions, in fact, pretty much all of them, I believe, happen on a blockchain. Now, being on ETH is great because it exposes you to a strong economy. There's people with a ton of money on ETH blockchain that use ETH, based platforms. But this is on the Hive blockchain. So traditionally, I don't really cover that much of games on non-ETH platforms. One, because I just feel like they're going to fizzle out and die, because if they can't expose themselves to a strong economy, they're not going to survive. But this is an exception, and I think it's kind of opened my eyes into looking a little bit deeper into like non-Ethereum based platform games to see what's deeper into there. Because I mean, this one's working pretty well in the sense that it's attracting good volume. I mean, it's been going on for over 2 years. That's a big deal for me. Anything that survived 2 years has survived a very bearish market, and they've continued to build with a bunch of stuff going on. So they have like a land. They also opened up to having, you can pay with different cryptocurrencies, so ETH, Litecoin, Bitcoin, Hive, and I think you can even do like game credits and all kinds of different currencies. I think you could stake on game credits to win based on Splinterlands gameplay. There's also land as well that they're running a pre-sale for, which it seems to be a lottery style thing. Now, again, I don't know whether this is a good investment or not. I haven't looked into the investability of it. Just through that interview, I just found like a very strong community, a game that, you know, has a strong economy, has like, I think it was hundreds of thousands of games played a month. I believe 5,000 plus daily active users. So that's a huge deal. Anything hitting those thousands of active users a day seems like it's a growing and a strong game. So I just thought it was really interesting. Not being on the ETH blockchain and having such a strong gameplay about it, I thought was super, super cool. They also have a lot of lore behind their land pre-sale. The land stage 1 seems sold out. Stage 2 coming up. So check it out if you want. Again, I'm not going to say it's a good game. It's like a investable or not. I don't know that. All I know it's a great game that's got the signs of doing everything right. Now here is a little sneak preview for you guys on a website that I am launching soon. Ooh, I don't want to give away what the name of the website is, just in case. You know, I want to launch it properly, but just to give you a sneak preview of how it kind of works, it pretty much picks up all the recent sales that have happened on these 3 platforms so far: Super Rare, Maker's Place, and Known Origin. So far, just because all of these are connected to OpenSea, so I'm waiting on Nifty Gateway. You know, the other Rareable is just a mess. I don't even know how to work with Rareable, just because it's got freaking porn on it, it's got art on it, it's got people running pre-sales on it, it's all over the place. So until I figure out what the hell to do with Rareable, even though it's got a bulk of artists there, I have to sideline that. It's a ton of data to sift and sort through, so I might have to work with the Rareable team in implementing that. But in terms of so far, I've got these 3 so far, and it pretty much tells you every time a sale happens live, and it hasn't updated recently over the last 24 hours because we're working on some stuff, but you can see that it picks up the art, whether it's a GIF or an image, it picks up the art, the name, the artist. So eventually we're going to have this thing where you can click the artist's name and it'll take you to a wiki page, or it might expand and tell you a bit more about the artist, description, where it's from, or the real world artist, etc. A little bit more description about what's going on with the artist, or maybe even takes you straight to the platform. But the cool thing is it tells you how much the sale was, so you can keep being connected into this and see like how much, like every day when you check up, you can see like all the sale that's going on. And I might have some filters as to, you know, filter sales over 1 ETH, all that kind of stuff, so you can see where it's come from. And you can also click this cool plus button, so when there's like sales that have, you know, 2 sales, so this is like one on the primary, this is a secondary market sale, so it seems like initially it sold for 0.055 ETH. Now the secondary sale is 0.3 ETH, so that's given a growth percentage of 445%. If you click plus, then it tells you what date it's sold at for this price and what date it's sold at for this price. So it gives you a little bit more data on that. Let's kind of load more. Now this one as well. So this was by Stina Jones, 0.025 to 0.055 on Known Origin. Click plus, boom, you can see the dates when that's been sold. So usually this is really good if it's like maybe three sales that have happened. You can also search by the artist. So for example, if you want to search, you can search by the artist. So if I search in Ferocious or Pharaoh or whatever the name may be, then it'll search all the art from that artist across those 3 platforms. But eventually I'm going to have multiple platforms, but hey, you can see, you can scroll all the way down and say, oh, well, looks like the first sale for Ferocious was on July 4th. Is that right? Yeah, no more interesting display. For this one, that sold for 4.5 ETH, and then looks like it slowly picked up pace, and now the recent sales seem to be 22.5 ETH. So you can kind of see this one sold for 6 ETH originally, then recently sold for 15 ETH on October 9th. Again, you can kind of see sales data. But yeah, it's going to be something that's, this is like V1. There's going to be multiple iterations, so you can, you know, jump in and see like an artist and a collector portfolio, and break down as to the analytics, you know, how much of the percentage of the money they're earning through different platforms, growth, etc. So this is just like a little of what's going to hopefully be a lot. And that's that. So, and I thought, okay, so I came across this recently. I thought this was pretty cool. This was something made by the Yearn finance team, it seems, right? Because they officially tweeted it out, and they said, we are proud to announce the launch of yGift. Now, it seems like they officially announced it along with whoever this is. I'm very organizational ops at Yearn Finance. Okay, well, obviously a big deal, and it shows you I live in a bubble, which is the NFT bubble. But a new Yearn Finance platform for giving gifts, grants, and gratitude. Okay, so it seems like you can, and if I go to the platform, makes things a little bit more clearer. There's the X button, so I can go back. Wait, let's go back here. If you go here, NFTs for gifts, grants, and gratitude. So send a thank you with a customary NFT collectible, or add tokens to reward contributors with a shareable NFT that stays meaningful and memorable forever. So you can send people NFTs along with, seems like you can send tokens as well, along with the NFT, or a message that's plugged to that, wrapped into that NFT. So if I go to create gift, you put the ETH address, you can select a token you want to send. Oh, okay, that's pretty cool. So say I want to give 50 DAI, and then I go, thanks, you the best, vesting duration. Ooh, so what, is this like 7 days? And then you can add the image here, and then you click approve, and it looks like it sends an NFT with the DAI and a message, all other in the one transaction or multiple transactions. But hey, that's cool. I love it. It's like sending an e-gift to someone, or an e-card along with value, giving someone a currency. You're also giving someone an NFT or an image. This is probably really cool from artists, maybe like artists giving back to collectors, or collectors giving it to their artists. Hey, I like this. I like this a lot, to be honest. Yeah, DeFi's kind of been weird. There's been like some NFT projects that kind of play around with staking models and stuff, which some of them have done really well. Some of them have created some cool like projects and experiments like this. So them getting involved and like accelerating this space along with like what the DeFi space can do has been really, really cool to watch. You know, wrapping insurance, blah, blah, blah. They really look at like what the structural value proposition of the NFT is. But there's also been some rug pulls and some really shady business. So it's like an up and down, you know, whatever's going on there. But at the end of the day, I think it's pretty awesome to see these kind of projects come out of it. Jonathan Orion Young. Joy, the artist that makes 3D sculptures, I believe in VR. I think he makes them, but they look pretty cool. I know that he sells quite a lot of art, and he's been doing it for a while now. But this is a shout out by Adobe Creative Cloud. Once again, I think this has happened before. So them saying Joy is living in a virtual world of 3D sculptures and trading them using cryptocurrency. Enter the world of Joy and explore the rising popularity of art. So let's click this link. But hey, guess what's leading the revolution once again? It's art. It's art that's kind of making this stuff more understandable to the mainstream people. Where you at, Joy? Okay, looks like it's just a link to Adobe, but that's cool. I like it. I think mainstream companies like Adobe or whoever it is, they're understanding art's coming. There's like a cryptocurrency is here to stay. The fact that they're even mentioning cryptocurrency is a big deal. Then they're going to understand that you can trade these digital assets. When that starts to happen, I don't see why like design companies like Adobe will start to do something with it. Sketchfab, with a library like that, they'll start to do something with it. I truly believe once they figure out that creators can be rewarded by digitally selling their assets, you know, in an ownership way. I know it's very difficult to understand in terms of the tech, but hey, it's cool, and it'll take some time to happen, but it'll happen because, you know, signs like these are great. And I think that's it, guys. That is, yeah, that's it for today. Not very long, but a few big updates over the last 24, 48 hours. I will try and do these daily, but man, I get caught up. This takes like 2 hours to make, along with a 2-minute video, etc. So yeah, join you again tomorrow, hopefully.